Hello, poor people. How are you today? Very quickly, I'm going to distill the concept of the lack of motivation, lack of discipline, or if you face inconsistency in any area of your life, then this is the video. At the end of tonight's discourse, you'll notice something very interesting, that the solution to all of these problems is not setting an alarm clock or mechanically going to the gym, mechanically adopting discipline, but something far greater. You see, every single one of you at one point in time has tried to do something outwardly to change your circumstance. You have tried to force yourself to read 30 pages daily or engage in some discipline. And where did that lead you? Right back to me. You now see that the problem is not trying to do some things. The problem is internal. If it was important enough, you would do it. I recall at the infancy of my career, years ago, I thought it impossible to get up early. It was impossible to sleep late at night and get up early. Yet, on days where my flights were scheduled early, or I was to go by road, by some providence, I get up at the perfect time until I sat and analyzed as a professional if this is possible, because I know if I miss this flight or if I miss this journey, I do not have rescheduling money, so I have to make time. So the brain is a signal to the subconscious that this is important to him and we need to act accordingly. So the reason you are inconsistent in all areas of your life is you're trying to produce new results from an old identity. This identity is impossible to achieve the greatness you desire. This is far from manifestation and closing your eyes, become someone else, or rent a Lambo. That's far from what I'm trying to discuss. But a truth that is grasped by few. To get to a new horizon, you have to become a different person, a different mentality, different mindset, an individual who doesn't react to circumstances as the guy would. More than that, you need to be conscious and aware of this change. Because some of you have represented change with physical things. For instance, a bump in height or an increase in facial hair. Uh, when I grow X amount of inches, then I'll become more responsible. Or when I have XYZ, it's an indicator that things have changed and I would act accordingly. It rarely works that way. In fact, the people who adopt that kind of rigorous process and by some providence, that result finally materializes, find themselves confused, find themselves still in the previous behavior. But if you flip the script, the ones who decide to be happy with no money, the ones who believe they are confident, regardless of their physical circumstance, finally, once the material things that should reinforce that beliefs arrive, they don't care. They detach completely from the outcome, which is where you need to arrive. So to achieve results, you need to change your identity, align yourself to the kind of person you want to become, and it's easier. As always, my friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.